Today, I am specifically speaking to our aspiring entrepreneurs. Now, if you own a business, this will be a great reminder for you and for those who maybe you haven't even thought about owning a business. I want you to listen as well because this just may pique your interest. Welcome to Arise and Build, here with your girl Yakinea Marie. Today, I am going to be talking about why it's important for you to own a business or become an entrepreneur and create products and services and put them in the marketplace. I have 7 reasons. I always say this is not an exhaustive list, but I have 7 reasons that I want to highlight. Now, myself personally, I have been a full-time entrepreneur since 2013. I remember February the 1st, 2013, when I received my last paycheck. That was the day I made the decision that I was going to pursue purpose. And guess what? I still was trying to figure it out. I didn't know everything. I was still trying to figure it out, but I was excited. I was excited and ignorant at the same time. I just didn't know what I did not know, but I was willing to learn. And there has been some months where I struggled, and there has been some very successful months, but it's all an opportunity to grow. I heard one of my, I consider him a mentor, coach, etc., Dr. Myron Golden, make a powerful statement when he said, all work works. I think he was quoting someone else, but I don't know. Needless to say, he said, all work works. It's either working on you or it's working for you. And through that journey of 12 years, it has literally taught me a lot. So let's get started. So number 1, the reason why you should start a business or become an entrepreneur, number 1 is financial independence. Now, let me say this up front. It doesn't happen automatically. Every once in a while, you may meet someone where in the first 6 months, in the first 12 months, in the first 90 days, they just flew out the window doing very well. I can't say that's always the case. But the beautiful thing about it is, if you create a product of value, that just may be your testimony, okay? Especially if you master the art of marketing, sales, communications, and persuasion, okay? Showing the value of why someone should buy this product and how it can benefit them. And it will give you a level of financial independence that you typically may not have on a traditional 9-to-5 job. Now, if you have a job, you may say, well, I gain a lot of independence from my 9-to-5 job. Here's the beautiful thing about that. You can still own a business part-time while you work your full-time job. And you'll be amazed. Some people work jobs and they turn their jobs into a business. For example, maybe you have a skill set working for someone else, but you become a consultant on the side. See, that's still entrepreneurship. That's still being come on. I mean, you are marketing your profession. Okay. All right. That's number 1. I spent a long time on number 1. Number 2 is pursuit of purpose. The beautiful thing about being an entrepreneur or starting a business is you have the opportunity to say, you know what? I am going to take a thing that I love to do, or I am going to take what I feel like God is leading me to do, and I am going to monetize it. Okay, I'm going to add value to the lives of people, and I'm going to monetize it. I'm telling you, when you do that, even in the most challenging times, you will press through. Why? Because you're doing something that you feel called and created to do. Number 3 is flexibility. Now, let me say this. Now, although I'm saying flexibility, because, you do schedule your time or whatever the case may be, I believe if an entrepreneur is not careful, in the beginning, they will feel like, I'm only going to work 1 hour a day. That's all I'm going to do. I'm about to live this life. Baby, you need to build. Okay, let's build your business to that point. And then that's that financial independence, right? Then it creates flexibility for you. Sometimes in the beginning, this is not across the board, but sometimes in the beginning, you will find that you're working more hours in your business than you did in your job. Okay. However, this is the caveat. However, you can literally start off by saying, you know what, if you want to do part-time, you may say, listen, I'm not working 90 hours a week. You can really do that. If you maximize your 20 hours, 25 hours, if you really work. See, sometimes people say I'm part-time, but out of the 20 hours, they're really only working 1. Therefore, they have no results, okay? But if you work 40 hours, but you're really only working 5, because most of it is it's not income producing activity, then that's not really working, okay? So you really can do part-time as long as you're really working doing those hours, okay? So that is flexibility, and it creates that for you. Then number 4 is personal growth. The beautiful thing about becoming an entrepreneur, and I just know this personally, is it creates opportunities for you to grow as a leader, grow in your team building, grow in your communication, grow in handling challenges, like those PR challenges, grow in problem solving. So it is an opportunity for you to grow. See, when you're working a job, especially if you're not in a managerial position, they pretty much, have a task analysis for you. You do it, and you're done. But when you're over a team, whether you're working at a job, especially working for yourself, then it really stretches you, and it stretches you, and it pulls on something in you that you probably did not know that you had. Number 5 is impact and legacy. Impact and legacy. As an entrepreneur, you have the opportunity to pass on what you are building to your children, right? And let's say the children don't want to do the family business. Well, you can still create something, right, that protects your interests and protects the interests of the family. So this is impact and this is legacy. Because I heard someone say years ago, it's not about necessarily trying to be successful as much as it is being significant, okay? Because when you are, people will remember not only your name, but the mark that you left in the earth. The number 6 is job creation. This is huge because you cannot build anything by yourself. There's only so much you can do. And if you want to grow, it will take a team. Whether that team is working directly with you, whether you have independent contractors, whether you have VAs, whether you have volunteers, it takes a team. All right. And so job creation. And lastly, number 7 is unlimited potential. One of the things I learned is this. As you go, you grow. I remember when I was kind of terrified to speak in front of the room, being an independent representative for another company, it allowed me, it pushed me out to face that fear of public speaking. And it began to develop me as a speaker and as a communicator, okay? So unlimited potential, I tapped into dormant potential that I did not even know existed, because you never could have told me that I would be speaking to audiences, rooms, or even speaking on video, okay? But because I stepped out, I was afforded that opportunity. So the 7 reasons why you should start your business or be excited that you did is: number 1, financial independence; number 2, pursuit of purpose; 3, flexibility; 4, personal growth; 5, impact and legacy; 6, job creation; and lastly, number 7, unlimited tapping into unlimited dormant potential. I pray that I said at least one thing that resonated with your spirit. And if I did, I would love to know what that is. Please comment below. I'll read all the comments, and also like and share with at least 3 people that you know that you feel like this will be a blessing to, especially those who are on the fence about starting their business. Thank you for joining me for Arise and Build. I look forward to you joining me every week here on my channel.